Welcome everyone, this is Joy of Joy Morris Beauty, and in this video I'm going to be trying out the Benefit Hello Happy Air Stick Foundation so you can see if it's something you might want to pick up. So subscribe and stay tuned. It's been kind of weird trying to look for foundation products in particular since we haven't been able to shop at the stores in person. So I had to go on a little bit of a search to figure out exactly how to possibly get close to picking the correct shade. So Sephora's foundation matcher actually gave me several different shades that might possibly work depending on what information I put in. So the Hello Happy Air Stick Foundation retails for $38, and this is how it's packaged. Okay, so let's open them up. Okay, so I think this is kind of cute how the packaging is almost I don't know how the other ones look. I didn't look a whole lot into it, but it's kind of cute that it looks like it might be the color of the foundation stick, so I kind of like that. Happy face with the hearts, that's pretty cute too. So let's see what the company wants you to know about this product. Glide on Air medium coverage stick foundation that feels weightless and breathable. Soft, lightweight powders and shea butter help create a light as air feel and silky smooth glide. It also claims 16-hour long wear waterproof to be 16-hour long wear waterproof, and it says it has a buildable medium coverage, so we'll see. They also suggested that you apply it liberally before about 15 minutes before sun exposure. So the directions almost read kind of like, you know, you're putting on a sunblock, which is interesting. I don't own a whole lot of foundations that have SPF in them. If I do, I haven't paid attention, but that's the first that I can recall reading that. So that's interesting. Okay, so here's shade number 9. Let's check this out. Ooh, okay. Let's see. Let me see. I always like to see what it smells like. I don't really discern any heavy smells to it. Okay, so this is shade number 9. So let's see what this looks like on. I'm gonna look in the mirror while I'm applying it. Let's see, swatch on the jawline and see. Okay, so this looks a little, as I'm putting it on first glance, it looks a little red for me. And I don't have anything on. I mean, you can see in the camera, it looks a little red. This might end up being perfect for me as we get into the summer, but here, let me blend it in a little bit and see. But first glance, it looks like it might be a little too warm for me. I tend to run very neutral, which actually took me a while to figure out that I had a really neutral complexion in comparison with a lot of other people. But let's see. Okay, so for me, I would think for this particular shade, once I blend it in, yeah, it still looks a little bit warm. It looks like it's kind of in a range of colors that could possibly work for me at some point in time. But it looks like it might be a little too warm right now, even if I do just kind of use it for the outer edge of my face and blend it in with like a lighter concealer. But I'm still gonna apply it over my face and see kind of how it looks. See. We'll still see what it looks like. And my forehead is always just my forehead is always like doing its own thing. So you can see it looks too light up there, but for the rest of my face it doesn't. So we're gonna blend it in and see kind of what happens. Just kind of buff it in a little bit. Let's not judge until we put it everywhere and see what I'm kind of working with here. I feel like it has a real clean, almost like castile soap type of scent to it. Yeah, that's interesting. Like it has a very clean scent, the foundation does. Okay, so I mean, I'm looking at myself in the mirror while I'm applying it, and it feels like it's too warm for me. Just kind of stepping back, looking at my chest area. down here, it does look a bit red. So I may just hold on to this shade and see what it looks like a little bit down the line, because that's actually always a challenge for me once we really get into the summer, trying to figure out which products to wear. Because I'm like the same shade like for 8 months, then for 4 months I'm like a different shade, and I'm always trying to figure that out, to be honest with you. See if I can kind of blend it in with some concealers that I own and just kind of see what happens. So this is Tarte Tape Shape in Deep and Medium Tan Neutral. So one is kind of my complexion and the other one is a little lighter. So I'm gonna blend them in and see how that kind of works to kind of tone it in, tone it down, and neutralize the color a little bit for my complexion. So we'll see. Kind of blend a little bit of that Tape Shape in there and see if I can possibly make the color work a little better. It doesn't feel heavy on the skin, the foundation doesn't, which is a good thing. Like I said, I think that I may revisit this in the summertime and see. Okay, so that balanced it down a little bit. That brought a little bit more of that neutral back. You know, I could kind of wear it like that, blending in with my concealers to kind of balance the undertone out of it. And that is a trick, you know, out there if you do buy something, because like I said, at this point in time, we're not really able to test and buy in person like we usually do. So if you do have a product and you get it and it's like maybe, you know, too red or too orange, or it just looks like it's too deep into another color, you may try to mix it with some other things you have, some other foundations. You may try to mix it with some lighter concealers, just like I did, to see if that might make the color work. Or you may just put it to the side and see if it might work out for you a little later in the year. That's something to think about. Like I said, looking at my chest and looking at my face area, blended it out a little more, but then the color can kind of be its true color kind of on the edges of my face, which would match my body as it got a bit more tan. In terms of the feel on the face, I realized I did just mix it with concealer to get it to blend a little better, but it doesn't feel heavy. But in terms of first impressions putting on the product, it had a very light, the claim light as air. I can definitely, you know, sense that. Even with me layering another product on top of it, it doesn't feel like heavy on my face. It doesn't feel cakey on my face. I think it blended into my face pretty well. I'm gonna see what it's like if you add another layer on, because my forehead always needs extra coverage. Although this is too red under my eye, I'm just gonna see what happens if you layer another layer under the eye. Yeah, well, you definitely need like a stippling brush or a beauty blender or something like that to blend this in. It's not really on its own kind of covering the skin the way I would want or need. So you definitely need something a little more to kind of get that to blend in. I feel like this product might go fast. I don't know, because after me just making a couple of runs on my face, I don't know if you can see in, but it was let's see. It was all the way at the top right when I first started using it, and you can kind of see as I'm kind of twisting that outer rim around the product already, the bit that I did use. So I could see this product possibly going fast. And let me see, 0.3 ounces, okay. So yeah, this product is not gonna last really fast. I'm just gonna twist it up out of curiosity and see what we're working with here. And of course, there's always like this little bit down here, usually with packaging like this, that you would either want to scoop out or whatever. I could see this product going so fast. Yeah, that to me is kind of disappointing, because I'm thinking, okay, $38. That's kind of like a, you know, mid-range price for a foundation. How much did I pay for this? Let's see. So this is one of my favorite foundations. I'm just going to start poking around. Cover FX, and let me see how much Cover FX retails for. The Power Play foundation retails for $44. And for $44 you get 1.18 fluid ounces. And then this product, I believe I just said $38 or somewhere around there, and that's 0.3 ounces. So that right there, for me, you know, I wouldn't care. I mean, the product would have to be a pretty amazing product for me to feel like spending almost $40 on a third of an ounce of foundation would be worth it, when I could spend a little more and get 3 times the amount of foundation. I don't really feel like that's very cost effective at all, personally. That alone would make me not want to repurchase it. And I know, you know, different brands have different ways and reasons to justify the prices of their products. And that's fine. You know, you do you know, and you do you, and I spend my money where I want to spend my money. But in terms of me getting the most bang for my buck, I tend to be very particular when it comes to complexion products. So if you are charging a premium price for such a small amount of product, then I'm gonna need it to be a very exceptional product, which I'm not saying that this is not, because clearly I just tried it for the first time. But that just is a little disappointing. I think the price could have been priced a little more fairly than that. I know that I used, a couple of years ago, I was using Sephora's stick, which I think they still have it on the market. Let me see. I'm kind of looking at my phone to see, and they lasted a long time. Here it is, the Make No Mistake Foundation and Concealer Stick. It's $20, and well, I guess that's okay. Well, it's $20 for 0.41 ounces, almost half the price for a similar amount of product. And when I used this product, I think I used shades 12 and 13, which would be down in my description, because I have all of my foundation matches down in my description. I do remember this product being having a heavier feel than this one. So maybe the whole, it's a foundation stick but it's light as air, maybe that claim is what makes them feel like they can justify the product. But I did wear the Sephora stick for several months, going to work, different things like that, and I was very pleased with how it looks. So if you are looking for an alternative product to this foundation stick that is not as expensive, you may want to try out the Sephora Make No Mistake Foundation and Concealer Stick. I don't know if it has the SPF and all those different things like that, but you know that you can get that from your skincare. You don't have to have that built into a product. So those are some things to think about. But you know, right now I'm kind of like, meh. That's to sum up my feelings. It'd be like, meh, you know. I mean, maybe this made it worth it. Hey there. Hi, I'm a happy face. Maybe he made it worth the price. I don't know, because I'll be happy to go in my makeup kit and see this little guy smiling at me. Hey, hey, hey. But in terms of the $38 for this amount of product and the disappointment with it not matching, which is not the product's fault, which is my fault. Not my fault, but you know, just kind of what's going on right now. Having to do several passes on my forehead to get the coverage there to be good. Taking a little while to blend in, you know, not really feeling like it blended into my skin exactly how I'm used to my favorite complexion products blending in. Things like that don't really make me feel like I'm gonna be repurchasing this product. My final recommendation, I would say, if you are looking for a foundation stick, there are quite a few brands that have foundation sticks at this point. My complexion product of choice would not be a stick for the summertime anyway, especially with me living in Dallas. I always think of products like this to be maybe a little better for when it's cooler and we're all not as sweaty and things like that. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. If you have any comments or questions, please do leave them below. Take care. Bye.